Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is the Kevin Sullivan channel. Thanks for watching my channel. So ladies and gentlemen, the topic of this video today will be called How and Why Narcissists Are Mirroring You. So ladies and gentlemen, so this narcissist mirroring people and us goes two different ways. For one of the ways is that narcissists is mirroring people and us and you is that narcissists have no personality and identity of their own. The narcissist you see, that's not even them. And they self that was something, they're not even that, because they hid that and they denied that, and they created narcissism, and narcissism is a defense mechanism. So this is where you get the narcissism from, and the narcissist, the false persona and a false image of themselves. So that they can't even access that self anymore. They don't even know how to. So for them, a person with no identity at all and no personality at all, and them not being them true selves and not knowing who they really are and not knowing how to connect to themselves and really don't even want to and don't care to, they are mirroring other people to have some type of identity, to have some type of personality, to have some type of style, you know, to copy other people's gifts, you know, talents and things like that. So this is why they mirror you. This is one of the reasons first why they mirror you. This is why, because they have to steal and try to create something, because narcissists don't love or like themselves, and they don't care about themselves really either. And they are just like a blank piece of paper, basically, right? So what they have to do, they have to steal from everyone else and get some type of identity and personality to present to the world as, okay, like I'm like everybody else, or I fit here, even though they really don't feel like that. But just to say, like, you know, to put on to people to get to understand and know, well, I fit here because I'm like everybody else. Mixed in with the narcissist, the defense mechanism of them being narcissistic. And with that, so they got to pretend like they like us to fit, to try to fit in. It's almost like alien trying to fit in with us and pretend that they us and trying to become us so that they can fit in and disguise themselves as being normal human beings when really they're not. So they could be accepted as human beings and we don't see and know that they're aliens. It's kind of like that. So narcissist is a personality made up of all these things and people that come from events and things and traumas and dramas and moments and situations that happen in their life. This is where they create personality traits and everything you can imagine about a person, a human being, and things happen. You know, whether, you know, attributes, you know, accolades, personality, talents, gifts, attitude, demeanor, temperament, style, taste, aura. Well, I said personality, right? Yeah. This is where their personas come in. Also, they need this as well to hide the self about them, like the negative, positive, the negative about them. They need to hide the negative about them. So this is also too where they'll pick up, well, okay, how do you be nice? Well, how do you pretend like you love somebody and act like you have love in you? How do you pretend that you like people, or you are that? You see what I'm saying? How do you pretend that? How do you show that? How do you get people to believe that? What do you say? How do you act? How do you do it to where it comes off as genuine, to where people really believe that you have it? How do you really, you know, so they master these things as survival, as to, you know, exist basically. So, and to fit in a world that they really don't like or understand, that they think is horrible and is garbage and trash. So that's kind of like an idea of how they see it and how they go about it. This is the one part I'm gonna explain first about how they mirror you. So that's what it is about. Like, how do I come off as authentic and genuine about me being normal and just like other people? That, you know, I got love in me. I know how to love, and I really mean it, and I know what it is. So they learn how to act it, of what to say. Like I said, they watched it, they heard it, they seen it. And they see it in the lens as, oh, okay, this is how they act. Oh, okay, this is how, you know, they'll believe me when I say it. This is how I'm supposed to look, this is how I'm supposed to sound. Or I'm supposed to cry when I say that. Oh, this is how I do that. Okay, so this is how I sound genuine and make it see. This is when I say, this is when I don't. Okay, this is what I got to do and how I do and when I do it. Okay, this is how I make them believe, you know, oh, okay. You see what I'm saying? This is how they're comprehending and registering things and comprehending. It's almost kind of like, for example, you getting trained for a job to do. You like, okay, you want me to do this like this? Okay, they show you and train you, you do this like this. You do this like this. This when you do this, you never do this. This when you do that. This when you don't do that. This how you say this. This how you do this. This is the right time for this. Well, if you do this, they'll think this. They'll believe that. This how you do this. This is almost like being trained for the job, trained for a job. We like kind of training them without us knowing that how to be and act like us and come off. And this is how they fool us too. All of us done got fooled by the narcissists. We thought they was real, authentic, genuine, loving, caring people, and found out they was the opposite. We thought it was real and genuine. And think about it. If we thought that, and that's what we really are, then they gotta be good actors, right? Narcissists are good actors. They are some of the best actors in the world. That's why I know some actual good actresses or actors gotta be narcissists. Not all of them, but some of them do. And this is why I say some narcissists, they should act because they're very good at it. Especially though, when you don't know about narcissists and narcissism. Especially if you grew up from a dysfunctional family, had narcissistic, toxic, you know, delusional, dysfunctional parents or family or upbringing or community or them situations too, that also trick you too because you think it's the norm. And also if you're not educated on it too, or you don't know what to look for because you wasn't raised around normalcy or healthy situations or community environment or lifestyle. So like the back I was saying, ladies and gentlemen, think about it, right? So they must be very good actors at it. So if they're pretending, then they seen it, right? For you to act like something, to pretend something, you had to seen it and know what it actually is to act like it. Just like an actor who's not, you know, a lawyer, never been a lawyer in his life, he can act in the movie as being a lawyer and do a really good job about it, right? And it'd be such a good movie. You really think he's a lawyer more than you'll forget, like, oh, this is his job. He's acting. He's never been a lawyer before, but they play so good because they're good actors. And also they know what a lawyer is. They know what, even though just by them living and experience and knowing what they do, what they're about, how they act, and just knowing the things that they also should know of what to say, how to say it, what this means, and if you could say that, when you could say that, and what you can't do, what you can't say, and how to make it believable with the information, and just knowing what it is and what they do. It caused them to be to act it and being good actors at it. So that's basically what it is with narcissists. They're acting what they see and to fool people, to believe that I'm normal and healthy. This is going to be a normal, healthy relationship. Whether it's a romantic relationship, friendship relationship, you know, business relationship, neighbor relationship, co-worker relationship, relationship between a boss and an employee, whatever type of relationship is, they learn how to fake this. They learn how to present themselves as the real deal. And this is why at first we really think that they are really who they say they is because they play it so well. But one thing you got to notice with them is that they overly, like, you know the saying, when something is too good to be true, most times it is too good to be true. And that's one thing I notice about narcissists is that it's too good to be true. And when something is too good to be true, then it's not true. It's not good. So that's one thing to also look out for as well. And that's something I gotta do a video of, you know, 5 things to tell of a person a narcissist, 5 things to spot on the day if you're dealing with a narcissist, sociopath, or psychopath. I gotta start doing videos like that for you guys. So that's the same thing with that's how narcissists operate. They know how to pretend that they're good friends, good employees, or good bosses, or every type of relationship, or every type of person you could be. They're good actors. They learn from us they watch and learn from us as how to act and how it work for movies, just life, people that's genuine. They know how to fake like they're happy because they see real, genuine, happy people, and they know how to act like that. They know how to act like that. So and then sometimes it's too good to be true. Let me get back to that. Let me not get off topic. So once you see it's too good, think about it. Once you know, like, you're a nice person and you're a good person, and you see how you act and you look and you see a person and it's like they are just like 10 times more nice of a person, or a real person, or a good, genuine person, and you, is kind of like, it's almost like they try too hard, they work too hard. It's like it becomes like a too much, to where sometimes we get full and we like, this is the one, this is the one. Like, I never seen nothing like this. You don't even see it in yourself. It's more than you, and you really the real, genuine. You looking at them like, this is the real. They better than me. Like, you know, this is real. Like, they, you know, you head over heels. That love bombing is powerful. Hook, line, and sinker. Got to be careful with that. And they fake everything so well and pretend so well and are good actors at it because they have to be, they need to be, that even when they show us their true colors, what we do, we ignored it. We like, that's not, when they show us our true selves, we go back to what we first known and met them for, and we say, well, that's the real person. This is not the real person. This is, and that help us stay and sticking longer. We're like, oh, they'll change. I don't know what's wrong with them. Maybe it's this and that, you know, because they always got issues and problems. They're always playing the victim. So we know their whole life story, and we just, oh, they had it rough and blase, blase. You know, I don't want to go into all of that at this video. But yeah, so they, we refer back to that, and then not knowing that they're really showing us their true colors now. They can't hide it. Like, so it comes out. So we get fooled by that also as well too. Because this false, positive, good, genuine person that, or spiritual person too, that we think we see and we know, they acted so good, and it's so much that it's like they act like that the whole time they're around you, all the time. They just on, they're acting, they on like they're on set on the movie and the camera's rolling. You know, they in character. You got to be in character all the time. Like, you know what I'm saying, when the camera's rolling. So, you know, and some good actors, they say even when the cameras is not rolling, they still in character. And that's narcissists too. Some of the ones that more better and more experienced at what they do, it's on all the time. Like, it's the false image, the false self, the persona is on all the time. But that true color is always going to come out. And sometimes we ignore the red flags. We got to stop ignoring the red flags. So, okay, ladies and gentlemen, the other half, I want to go to the other part about narcissists mirroring you, is the kind of the same thing as the video. I mean, what I was just saying, and it just saying just now in this video, first, it's the same as this one, but it's more to you as the individual, as they take a person that they're in a relationship with, whatever type of relationship it is, and they start to mirror you. They become who you are, and they become who they know and see that you want, as in, I say, a relationship, a marriage, you know, someone to date, or, you know, in a business partner, as an employee, or as a employer, you know, as a co-worker, as a friend, business partner, a neighbor, or whatever type of relationship it is, whatever situation is, they mirror you into becoming what they know that you will want as a friend, or whatever what you want in whatever type of relationship that it is. They mirror that. So you kind of basically looking at yourself, and you say to yourself, well, I finally met somebody who understands me, somebody that gets me. You know, I finally met somebody, you know, that's great for me. You know, this might be a forever relationship. I finally found that good job. I finally found a good down to earth boss. You know, I finally, whatever it may be, you know, because they're mirroring you on purpose. They're watching you. They're paying attention to you. And this is what they do, which is very dangerous. They mirroring you, and they saying, they're watching you and mirroring you and saying, okay, I know what type of person this person is, so I know what type of person that they will want. I know what type of person that they, you know, and basically, to simplify it, like I guess a fraction, they mirror you and just be you. For the some part, they be you. And sometimes you'll catch them picking up things along the way of like watching you and copying you and becoming who you are. You know, sometimes some of the things they just get right then and there. Like they don't, you won't catch them. They could just, you know, just like if I say I'm a cool, clean, laid back person, they'll say, oh, I gotta be extra clean. I gotta be real clean. This person is clean. Oh, this person is laid back. They're cool. They're quiet. They're about their business. Blase, blase. They'll start becoming that. They're watching and seeing who you are, your personality, and they're becoming that. They're mirroring you. And it's basically like what mirroring is. You look at yourself. That's basically what you're doing. You're looking at yourself. And this is one of the reasons why you feel like you got such a connection with this person, because you're basically looking at yourself. It's a reflection of you. That's what they become. They mirror you, and they know this, and they do this on purpose. And also, they know like this is also to get in whatever type of situation or relationship it is with you, because they know this is the type of person that you will let and allow to enter into your life or be around you or whatever the case may be, because they know they true selves you will deny, shut the door in their face. You wouldn't allow them in your life, let alone even near or around you. And some of the stuff you could see them, you could catch them doing, like I told in a few of my videos before, like the last narcissist I was dealing with, she tried to marry me. What happened was we was out somewhere and we was eating, and it was some homeless people sleeping in there. And she kind of was making fun of them. You know, she was kind of making fun of them, and that was a big, real big turn off for me. But I didn't say nothing, and I just kept my composure, and I was just saying, yeah, that's a big turn off. You know how, y'all know what I mean. Y'all know how that go. That was a big red flag and turn off for me. She was, you know, telling all this business. He's sleeping here. He tried to sleep in here every night. He always trying to come in here and sleep. You know, the gossipy way she was doing it, pointing, and like it was funny. Like she was better than him. It was a real turn off for me. So then when we leave the place and we're walking, right, a homeless guy came and was asking for change. She wasn't going to give him change. But see me, this is something I do all the time. That's just who I am. She seen me. She was sitting back. She was like behind me and watching. And as she seen me about to give it to him, she tried to hurry up and rush to make sure she gave it to him first. And I peeped that. I was like, oh, okay, I see. And this is why I'm kind of understanding narcissism and things like that. And I was like, oh, okay. I mean, just even if you don't know narcissism at all, you still understand of common sense of that whole situation. Like, oh, so but you, that don't make sense. It don't add up. You was just, you know, making fun of this person, but now you want to, now you care about these people or this person or their situation. Like, no, I knew that was fake, that was phony, and I could see her. It's like her, when she was watching me to see what I do, it was like a whole nother being in her. It was like, it wasn't even her. Like her eyes was different. It was just like somebody just watching and studying me. It was like crazy. It was like, It came to my mind, like, why does she look like that? Like, so ladies and gentlemen, will be part 1 of the video, how and why narcissists marry you. For those who like to email me at kevinsullivanyoutube@yahoo.com. For those who would like to donate, and thank you for your donations, I really appreciate them. You can donate by clicking the link in my videos, also by clicking the donate button on my home page at the top right hand corner. For those who would like to seek consultation, therapy, coaching with me, one-on-one phone sessions or one-on-one via Skype sessions, email me for inquiries at the same email address, kevinsullivanyoutube@yahoo.com. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Everyone have a great day and stay narcissistic free.